Let me see if this was, oh, it's already working. Is it working? Yes, it is. How is it possible? How is it possible? Let me just understand. This should be on this side. Okay, now it should be okay. Hi, it should be going, hopefully. Alrighty. Okay, so I'm live on Facebook and I'm live on YouTube. Hopefully it should be working. Thank you for joining, and I hope that, okay, today I don't have an overlay, so it's going to be different, and hopefully it will be nice. Let me just understand. Okay, nothing. I was just looking here on Facebook. Okay, nothing. Okay, yeah, let's get started. So let me know if there are some problems, if there are any issues concerning my audio, or if you have problems in viewing and seeing or anything, so that I can adjust. These are problems that happen during a live video, of course, so please help me and better deliver a service for you and to better deliver my videos in order for you to enjoy. So let's get started, and today I'm going to do a sultry look and hopefully a wearable easy look to recreate and to achieve. And for anything, as you know, I'm always open to questions. So we're going to start with our eyes. Now, as to prime my eyes, I'm going to use, let me just, okay, just a few things before let's prep our skin. I forgot about that. So I have already cleansed my skin, and to better prep, I wanted to use, do I only have, okay, so prepping our skin. I already cleansed my skin, so now I'm going to prep it, and to prep my skin, I'm going to use an oil. And this oil is from Huda Beauty. It's the Wishful oil, and I'm going to use this as a base for my makeup. Why are we using an oil? Well, although I have a combination skin, I'm not going to use it all over my face, but I'm just going to use it in some specific parts of my face where I know that my skin gets dry. Sorry, I just wanted to, okay, to better set my phone. Okay, so I just did 2 drops, and I'm going to warm it on my hands, between my hands, and I'm going to apply it on my cheeks and a little bit on my forehead and also here on my chin and neck. Now, the thing is that I do tend to get a little bit oily on my forehead, so I don't want to apply too much, but I don't have oil problems on my cheeks and neither on my chin, so on my neck as well. So that's where I'm applying it. Plus, by doing this first before applying our makeup and before doing foundations, as I usually do eyes before foundations, so it has time to absorb. Now, keep in mind that a better hydrated skin is a better surface for your makeup to slide on, to glide on. And another thing, you will not get any patchy foundation patchiness, anything on your skin that will kind of hold your foundation in a specific part of the face. So this actually helps your makeup to better last and easily glide on your skin. So here we are. Now you can actually, depends on what foundation you're using, you can also mix the oil into your foundation. It's a choice. It all depends on what you're using. Remember that you need to check your ingredients, your foundation ingredients, because if it's an oil-free foundation, by adding the oil, especially if it's a water-based foundation, what happens is that the oil will not mix with the oil. The water will not mix with the oil, so the foundation will not mix with the oil in this case. And you may have... Hi! Dun, dun, dun. You may have some separation between the two products. Okay, so on my lips, I'm just going to apply a simple lip balm because I'm live on Facebook tonight. So it depends on the type of makeup I do. So as this is going to be a wearable look, I decided to be live on Facebook where people are more familiar with wearable looks, and on YouTube. Otherwise, on Instagram, I tend to do like more colorful, more difficult, advanced makeup, more Instagram friendly, let's say. Well, this is more Facebook friendly. It depends. How are you doing? Nice having you here. Okie dokie. Okay, so let's start with the eyes, as I said. As a base, to prime my lids, and keep in mind, I forgot to mention this, that I have very oily eyelids, so I'm not going to use any oil on my lids. I'm just going to use something. Alberto. Ti ci mando adesso o ci mando dopo? Albi, ti love. So, oh gosh, it's so hot today. So as I was saying, as I have an oily eyelid, I'm going to use a base that will prime my lid and will make my eyeshadow stick better. Oh gosh, I forgot my brushes. I washed my brushes, and I was so in a hurry that I forgot my brushes. Let me just go and get my brushes quickly. A second. Okay, sorry. I really forgot my brushes. See, they were all cleanly already, and I completely forgot them. Okay, so I always clean my brushes at the end of the live, or at least, the next day. So, hi, Choo Choo. Okay, now, let's, as I said, start with our eyes. Okay, I'm going to use two products from MAC. Sta mangiando, sta giocando. Se vuoi lo trovi a Call of Duty. Non so se però sta facendo qualche live o che cosa. Non penso sia su Twitch però. Okay, just let me say something. I forgot actually to tell my people on Instagram that I'm live on Facebook and YouTube. So let me just do a little story for my followers. Just a second. Hi. Okay. Hi everybody, so I'm live on YouTube and Facebook. If you want to join, always look for Frankiefrancy, my nickname on Instagram, and you can find me on all these platforms. So tonight we're going to do a sultry makeup look, and I hope to see you there. Bye! Okay, so let me just look for Frankie on YouTube and Facebook to find, or link in bio. Okie dokie, so hopefully more people will join. Okay, and that's on. So, as I said, we're going to use Painterly Paint Pot. No, Albi, I think erano i pennelli che ho appoggiato sulla tavola, o le porte che ho sbattuto poco fa per rientrare di qua. Piatti non ce ne dovrebbero essere. Okay, so this is Painterly Paint Pot, and as you can see, it's a cream eyeshadow, and it's a nude shade. And this is what we're going to use to create a base for our eyeshadow. Plus, it's going to get, how can I say, it's going to erase all the discoloration I have on my eyelid, and it's going to also make our eyeshadow last longer. Alberto ti saluta e dice basta mangiare, si sentono rumori di piatti. Sì, ce l'ha con te. Ok. Allora, sì, lo so, gliel'ho detto che stai giocando a Call of Duty. Ok, so, ciao Paola! I'm gonna, with this brush over here, this is a MAC brush 3117. I'm sorry, but I could feel my cat under the chair. I'm gonna apply this cream eyeshadow all over my eyelid, keeping it like I'm not extending towards the nose or towards the temple. I'm just keeping it in the eye area. Make sure that you have no creasing going on, and if you need, add more. And we're going to do the same on the other eye. So let me just smooth everything on this eye. And let's do it on the other eye. So, come va Albi? Sei ancora lì? O t'ho perso? Probabilmente t'ho perso. So, as you can see, I'm using patting motions, swirling motions, and feathering motions to apply the base. It all depends, I mean, where you want to apply it and how it glides on your eyelid. Now, this base is going to be, of course, it's a sticky eyeshadow. Ciao, Claudia! Of course, it's a sticky eyeshadow, so, sorry. Of course, it's a cream eyeshadow, so it's going to be sticky. And that's what we want because it's going to help our eyeshadow stick onto the lid and last longer. Plus, it's going to prevent my eyeshadow from creasing. Now, not all cream eyeshadows act the same way, so you need to be sure like how they act on your eye, because some cream eyeshadows may be more performing than others depending on your eyelid. So, you know, sometimes makeup is always test and try. Trial and error, basically. So I know that this eyeshadow works pretty well on me. So as I said, it's the Painterly Paint Pot. That's why I always use it. But it happens that in winter, I can just use this and it's not going to crease. While in summer, I like using actually a combination of two. What I mean by combination of two, it's that I like to use my Urban Decay Primer Potion before, and then on top, I'd like to apply this. And believe me, that combo is super. It's not gonna go, your eyeshadow is not gonna crease at all. It's not gonna go anywhere. So there you go. Okay, now as a sultry look, I'm gonna, first, as a sultry look, I'm gonna use two shades as I want this to be easy to recreate and beginner friendly. And we're going to use a brown and a pink, more shimmery pink. Another thing is that the technique we're going to use is applying cream eyeshadows first, or at least wet products, let's say. And then we're going to set them with a powder. So, you know that makeup is made by different techniques and people use also different bases and different things. So, you know, also that I like and I love especially exploring different techniques, and I love also suggesting you different techniques and showing you different techniques. So here we are. Okay, now the first, let me just, yeah, okay. The first cream eyeshadow that we're going to use is one that you have seen me use a couple of times by now, and it's the Laura Mercier Cocoa eyeshadow. Actually, it's called, well, the shade is Cocoa, but the eyeshadow here is called Caviar Stick Eye Color. And again, as I said, it's from Laura Mercier. It's a very rich cocoa, and it's a very nice eyeshadow. So, let me just clean. Where did I? Okay, no, just gonna use a towel, paper towel. So, okay, let me just already grab an eyeshadow. Sorry, a brush that we can use. Let's use this one though. Yeah. Okay, so as I said, I'm gonna use this. Ma ciao, benvenuta. Carissima. Hello. Okay, so I'm gonna use this eyeshadow stick, and this is the color Cocoa, as I was saying, and I'm gonna use it on the outer part of my lid, so the outer corner. Before, make sure that you have no creasing of the base, and actually this type of cream eyeshadow should not crease this MAC paint pot. And what you want to do is apply the Cocoa shade on your outer corner, going up towards the crease, keeping it round shape, but don't go too high because we're going to blend this, so it's going to go naturally high. So we're going to take it high by blending it. And as you can see, I'm kind of doing a little C shape. Okay, now what you want to do is use I actually call this pencil brush, but it's actually bigger than a pencil brush. Grazie mille, carissima. Chiedi pure se hai bisogno che traduca in italiano, dimmi pure, non ci sono problemi, faccio avanti e indietro dall'italiano senza assolutamente alcun problema. Sono live anche su Facebook, giusto per dirlo. Yes. So let's continue. So this is a pencil, it's actually bigger than a pencil brush. Let me show you the difference. So this is the classic pencil brush. As you can see, this one is a bigger version of it. And it's actually a little bit fluffier than this, which is actually stiff. I mean, stiffer. Still not that stiff, but it also has more bristles. Okay, now what you want to do is basically we are going to blend and smooth the edges of the Cocoa, this lovely rich brown shade. And we are going, okay, we are trying to keep it in place, like this outer angle, as you can see, and keep this round shape, sorry. Now, as you can see, I'm also moving it towards the inner part of the eye, but I'm trying to keep most of the color on the outer corner. Don't worry if it's not that smooth, because you can always, as I teach you, you can always go back with the brush that you used for your base or concealer, and you can always go back and smooth the edges with what is left on the brush. So that's gonna help. Now, if you need, apply more product. If not, just use what you have. And with what is left, I'm just gonna go towards my inner corner. Okay, that's it. So we kept most of it on the outer corner and a little bit towards the inner corner. Okay, so let's do the same on the other eye. Again, cocoa. And apply the shade. Okay, again, same brush. Let's blend. Remember, if you want me to swatch something that you cannot see very well on the screen, just tell me. I'm gonna happily swatch it on my hand and show you the shade, or if there are any things that you want to close up, just ask and it will be delivered. Alrighty. Okay. Hopefully, let me know if something's not working. Let me just check. Yes, my microphone is still working. I'm always scared that my microphone stops working and that I would not notice. Okay. So let me just get these the same shape. This eye the same shape as the other. And with what is left on the brush towards the inner corner, as we said before. And I'm gonna use now again the brush that I used for the base to better define, how can I say, to better blend the edge over here, which as you can see is not nicely blended. Then it goes better. There you go. Don't worry for any, well, we don't have any fallout because we're not using eyeshadow, but for anything that goes under, like beneath, it's not a problem because, you know, we're going to clean anyway. Okay, so what we're going to do now is grab eyeshadow. As you can see, I have hooded eyes, so I didn't actually go too much high because anyway, we might go a little higher with our eyeshadow, but it's better to keep it always a little bit like into the crease, but not too high, not too dramatic. That's how I usually say it. Okay, now let me, so as an eyeshadow, I actually have not prepared anything specific, but we can use this palette over here. I think it's going to be okay. It has a lot of browns, which are very nice. And okay, should we use like a brown like this? I think this could work. Okay, so I'm going to use a brown with a little bit of red in it, and just to show you, this is the palette we're going to use. This is Morphe. This is the 39A palette, and the color that I'm thinking of using is this one over here, which is kind of a little bit burgundy brown, let's say. And I'm going to see if I should mix it with probably a richer brown or not. Let me just swatch these shades. Like, this is the burgundy and this is a rich brown. Well, I think actually, yeah, I'm going to use them both so that I can get a unique shade. And as a brush, I'm going to use, what brush shall we use? I'm going to use, let me just see. Okay. Let's see this one. I'm going to use this Creolan brush over here. Again, it's not a pencil brush. I don't know how well, just say eyeshadow brush. Thank you. That's a lovely name. Just to show you in comparison. Okay, so we said that they still have these like very pointy dome shaped, but This is actually a little bit pointier than this one, which is actually a little bit flat. But just to show you the differences. Okay, so for Facebook, this is the difference. So this is the pencil brush. This is what we use to blend the cocoa shade, and this is what I'm going to use now. The same on YouTube. This is the pencil brush, just to show you in comparison the how big they are in difference. This is what we use for the cocoa shade, and this is what we're going to use now, as you can see. Okay. Let's get going. So, as I said, I'm going to use this shade over here, which is the burgundy, and this shade over here, which is the brown. As you can see, I already swatched them on my hand, on the back of my hand, and we're going to create a unique eyeshadow by blending the two. Remember to tap off the excess, but anyway, don't worry, in case we are going to anyway clean our face later. So, just get into, make sure that you don't have any creasing going on, by the way. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. No creasing. And go in with the powder. Okay. So, as I said, I'm going to keep it on the outer of the eye. But as I work it with what is left on the brush, I'm going to go higher. Again, don't worry for the shape. I'm keeping it I'm going to keep it round. And in any case, let me just grab a fluffy brush. Remember that you can always use a you can always use a clean fluffy brush to better blend the outside edges. This is clean, by the way. And here you go again. So remember, you can always go back, intensify the color if you're not satisfied with the intensity. And again, better blend. So now I'm going to relax my eye and look in front of me in the mirror to see how high I need to go, because so this is not going to be dramatic as my usual dramatic eye looks. So I'm trying to keeping it low and not go too much higher than my actual crease. But I do want it to be seen. So I need to go higher a bit on this part. Otherwise, you're not going to see anything because of my hood. And to do that, I'm pushing the eyeshadow upwards, as you can see. With nothing, huh? I didn't load my brush now. I'm just pushing it up with what is on the brush already. Okay. There you go. Again, clean eyeshadow brush and just the edges to better diffuse, as you can see. Now I'm going to keep it this way. I'm just going to diffuse a little bit here on the inner side because I went too in and I didn't like it. And again, with what is left on the brush, I'm going to go towards my inner corner. Just with what is left. Like this. Just to give a little bit of, you know, how can I say, a little bit of shade of darkness. Although we're going to apply another shade. You know, just a teeny weeny. Also because we're going to use cream. So you know that usually cream is set by powder. So we need to pay attention when using powder before cream because it might become patchy. So that's why I'm just using a thin layer all over the rest of my eyelid, because I know that I'm going to apply a cream eyeshadow shade after. Okay, let's do the other eye. Again, make sure you have no creasing going on. Mix the two colors, tap off the excess, and apply. I always start from the inner, like, let's say I always start from the eyelid low and then I grow. So then I push the eyeshadow towards the rest of my eye. So I kind of, let's say, keep the shape. It helps me keep the shape, keep in control. And in case, oh, sorry, Chuchu, I have the cat under my chair. And I just put my foot under my chair and I felt some squish, squishy. She's a squishy, squishy. So she's actually sleeping. Okay, I don't know what that sound was, but it wasn't a nice sound, hopefully. Hope not. Anyway. Alrighty. Okay, so with what is left on the brush, I'm gonna grow. And by mean grow, sorry, I'm gonna bring it higher. Remember, this is your reference because we already did this eye. So you want the eyes to be equal. So I'm pushing the eyeshadow, as you can see, upwards. Okay. Now, let's better blend with the clean brush that we used before. Alrighty. So this is gonna diffuse the shade. It's gonna look nicer. Again, remember that if we diffuse, let's say if we kind of blended too much or we kind of took out the color, always remember that you can go back and intensify it. Even though we're not using other shades, I'm just keeping it with one shade. So I'm just working with one shade. Now, with what is left on the brush, I'm gonna apply towards the inner corner, as we said before. I don't want any harsh lines to be there. And again, this clean eyeshadow brush to take away any harsh line or any shape that I don't like. Alrighty. I think this is okay. Now, keep in mind, this is going to be cleaned, so we don't need to worry about this. This is actually a little darker, so I'm going to apply just a teeny weeny bit of eyeshadow here to darken it, but not much. Just because I see that there is a slight difference. Okay, I think now it's okay. It's perfect. So I'm just blending. Okay, let's go on to the next eyeshadow. As I said, we're going to work with just two colors tonight. Now, I have to be sincere. This is my first time using this cream eyeshadow. I don't know if it's going to mess up the look. I hope not. But give me a little doubt. Let's hope not. Let me grab a brush. Alrighty. Okay. Alrighty. So we're gonna use this one is a eyeshadow brush. What I'm saying. This is a cream eyeshadow. I've never used it. It's from Cover FX actually, and it's called Shimmer Veil. And it's in the shade Soleil, which means sun in French. Now, the thing is that I'm going to swatch it on the back of my hand. As I said, I've never used it, so I don't know how it works. Hopefully, it will work well for the purpose of tonight. This is the shade. Wow, that's a lovely shade. I like it, I have to say. Now, let me grab also something else. Okay. Alrighty, so I'm gonna use, I'm not gonna use the wand of the eyeshadow on my eyelid because I want to be more precise. Plus, I might be using this on other people as well if it works well. So, for hygienic purpose, I'm gonna apply it on the back of my usual plate. So here we are. So I'm gonna try to scoop the shade and use it on the plate. Okay, now I have the shade, as you can see here on the plate, and I'm going to use a flat brush. This flat brush is usually a concealer brush, but I don't use it for concealer. I usually use it for, can be used for cream products and also for other bases. Hopefully it will work. Let's see. So I'm working eyeshadow into the bristles. Let's see how it works. Okay, ooh, nice. So I'm gonna apply this eyeshadow from the inner corner towards the dark shade so that they meet. And I'm gonna keep, let's say, a round shape. I actually see that it dries pretty much fast. Is it my impression? Let me see. Now I might need a little bit more. Okay, so I'm using more. And I'm going to go over a little bit over the eyeshadow we used just now, the brown. Let's call it this way so you can understand what I'm doing, because it needs to better blend. I mean, the two need to blend. Let's do the same on the other eye, and then we'll see what to do next. So, okay, as you can see, from the inner corner towards the brown, where the two meet. This, as you can see, I mean, I'm not being perfect about the application anyway, because I have a hooded eye, so it's gonna anyway stick on the upper part probably. So that's why I want to go like into the fold of my eye. I hope you can actually better see. Let me see if I can probably zoom in on YouTube to help people better see. Just gonna go a little bit lighter with the light. Let me know if it's too much. It might be bothering. Like, I know that probably the iPhone is gonna be a little bit over light. And hopefully my mirror will not die because it's not plugged in. What are you doing? Oh, hi, Choo Choo. Okay. Now, so I said I was gonna go up here and up here. Okay, now what I want to do is, sorry, but I keep on seeing differences and I try to even them as much as possible. I'm gonna grab again what is left on the brush, the Creolin brush that I used for the eyeshadow, and the powder shadow, and I'm just gonna go a little bit over, as you can see, a little bit over the pink, the shimmery pink, just on the edge. I'm kind of blending the two together before applying anything else. Okay, let's leave it like this for now, and now we're going to do another thing. So I'm going to grab a flat brush. This is, I think it's a 319, but I'm not sure. I don't remember because that's a 317, 219, and this one, I don't remember. Anyway, it's one of the flat brushes from MAC, and we're going to use it to apply a foil eyeshadow shade. And as a foil shade, I'm going to use this from NYX, and this shade is in French Macaron. It's basically, as you can see, a pink foil metallic shade. So it's going to bring the shimmer more, it's going to, yeah, bring the shimmer, make the shimmer more intense. So it's going to intensify the shimmer. I said it in 3 different ways, but I think you understood it somehow in one way or the other. Okay, so it's still new, by the way. There you go. So I'm going to use the cap, and there you go. We're going to go into the cap. And let's apply the foil on top. I think these 2 shades will be perfect together because I think they actually are the same tone. Wow. Okay, that's intense. That's a nice shade. I think this looks actually the pigment shade, so the powder shade of the cream eyeshadow that we used. That's nice. I'm kind of, with what is left on the brush, bringing out my, how can I call these? My folds, my kind of fold over there, my inner fold. Okay, now what I want to do is I'm going to grab a little bit of the 2 browns again with this. Actually, I could use a pencil shade. Okay, well, I'm going to use this, but if you don't feel comfortable with it, you can always go back with a pencil brush. Sorry, I called it a shade, but I meant a pencil brush. And use this to better blend the edges between the 2 eyeshadows. So I'm using this one again. I loaded it with a little bit of color. And I'm going over just the edge where the 2 shades meet. In case, you can always go back with the pink and bring it back. And by doing anyway back and forth between 2 colors on the edge, we are blending them. So they're going to look like going into each other and seamlessly blending. So I think this is okay. I'm going to keep it like this. Now what I want to do is I'm going to apply a little bit of, I was thinking of eyeliner, but more than eyeliner, like pencil liner. But I don't know if I brought it with me, so I don't want to go into the other room. So I might probably just use eyeliner. I have, no. So sorry, I mean eyeshadow. I'm saying eyeliner. Alrighty, okay. If you have a brown pencil, you might want to use that. Otherwise, just do like me. We're going to use angled brush. And we are going to apply, a brown shade. Now, to differentiate, I'm going to use probably a darker shade. Yeah, that's going to do the work. Now, you can actually use also black if you want, and if you prefer, I'm just going to use a dark brown. And again, from the same palette, we're going to use this shade over here. So, just to show you, this is what we used mixed with this as the outer eyeshadow shade. Now we're going to go at the bottom of the palette, and we're going to use this one over here. Okay. This is an angled brush. It's a small angled brush. And we're going to line the eyes basically. Now we're gonna I'm sorry. I'm not gonna create a wing because it's not gonna be, I think, that visible, especially since we used a brown. No, it's not gonna be visible at all. But it will help us darken the between the lashes and near the lashes. So it's gonna help also better, let's say, define our gaze, hopefully. We're going to pick up a little bit of, while applying it, you might pick up foil. So just, you know, in between the strokes, clean the brush on a paper towel or something. I like it when it's kind of diffused. I really love it. Remember also that we're going to apply eyelashes. So this is going to create also a base where underneath the lashes. Also because I'm going to use, as usual, a black glue. I need to buy the clear one. So I haven't been actually going around. So unfortunately, I should have by now I should have bought it online. Sorry, I know this is not a thing you should do. You should not pull your eye. It's better to keep it as relaxed as possible. But sometimes you might want to get into that specific point. So I might just use a little bit of pressure and pull it. Don't be too harsh. There you go. Okay, let's do the same on the other eye. What you hear is me always tapping on the palette in order to get the extra eyeshadow off the brush in order to have less minimum fallout. Sorry if I'm not talking. Okay, so yeah, I think this is perfect. Okay, now let's move forward. We're going to do the under eye later, but now at the same time we're going to first finish our face. Yeah, we'll do the face. Okay, let me just turn the light off. I mean, just a little less. So at least it's not that over light on Facebook. Okay, now let me just grab some micellar water and clean any fallout that we might have had in the meantime. So I recently bought actually some cotton pads. I bought them from Muji, like this much. It says that it has 162 sheets, and they're actually like also, as you can see, this is a big one, but it's in 4. So there are 4 layers. You can just pick one like I do. I just got one of it. Or you can use them all 4 and use them for the whole face. They're very nice. It's my first time actually buying them. They were on sales, and I said, you know what, I'm going to give it a try. And I have to say that I really enjoy them. So Muji, nice work. Okay, one layer, micellar water. Any micellar water would do. Just to show you, I'm using this one from Garnier for sensitive skin. I have to say that I usually, when I cleanse my face, I don't use micellar water. I double cleanse, and I like to use Korean beauty products. I love Korean beauty products, so I double cleanse and I use those. I use an oil to cleanse or a balm, it depends. One is from Heimish, and the oil, I actually bought it last time I ordered from iHerb. And I don't remember the name. It has a difficult name for me to remember. So if you want to know, just let me know, write in the comments, and I will reply. And as foam cleanser, I'm using Innisfree Green Tea Foam Cleanse. But I do alternate with the Sephora Clay Cleanser and the Etude House sodium bicarbonate cleanser, something similar like that, which I don't remember another name. So, because the bicarbonate one has some crystals, so it helps you scrub. The green tea is actually foam, and so it's just, you know, cleansing and everything, while the clay is for oily skin, so it helps you control any oils of your face. So that's why I alternate the three in order to give my face a different benefit each time. Okay, so now, now that the eyes are clean, now another thing, just a little thing, some makeup artists do like to leave, like when they apply concealer or foundation or whatsoever, they like to leave this under eye area, so under your bottom lashes, this little under eye area over here, concealer free or foundation free, because they think that, and I have to agree, I think I'm part of those ones, they think that this part here, like a darker part, on a darker under eye, and be mind, I'm not talking about under eye, like under eye circles or dark circles, just this little fatty over here around the eye, just below your bottom lashes. They think that if it's kind of a little bit reddish or, you know, natural, it's actually sexier, nicer. And I actually do agree. Anyway, we're going to apply eyeshadow, so it's going to be covered anyway. So it really depends. It's a personal preference, just to let you know, and for you to decide that sometimes you don't need to just apply everything up to the eye. That's it. Alrighty, let's move on. Okay, so let me just clean the plate before I move on, hopefully. Okay, I'm going to start by applying my foundation. And today I wanted to use a different type of foundation, something more skin-friendly. And by skin-friendly, I mean not like, you know, have ingredients or whatsoever. Actually, that's something that doesn't cover too much, that has actually a... Ciao Marti! Come stai? Ti ho visto prima, bellissimo, mi è piaciuto tantissimo il tuo trucco. So just on YouTube, hello, and on Facebook, Martina is a makeup streamer like me. She's into makeup, but she's also into literature and poetry, and she streams on Twitch, and she does YouTube as well. Va bene, come vuoi, carissima. She does YouTube as well. So if you're very, very welcome to follow her. And she's really talented. Like, before coming live here on Facebook and YouTube, I was actually watching her live on Twitch. And she did a lovely makeup look. She did a cut crease, a colorful cut crease with rhinestones. And I was like, wow. The blending was mwah. I couldn't, like, sometimes you're there writing and you would like to express your emotions through your writing, and it doesn't come through because sometimes, I mean, you don't have the emoticons to use, or the emojis, or other stuff, so you're trying to express it, but, you know, it's difficult. So, but here, yeah, now that she's online with me, I can tell her it was mwah, like this. Era al bacio, Martina. Mi è piaciuto tantissimo il trucco di stasera. Sei stata veramente brava. Alrighty. So please do give her a follow. By the way, her her username on Twitch is Marti Stan, like YouTube. So let me write it here on Facebook. So should be Marti. No, e spunta Moreno. Mi fate morire voi due. Ciao Moreno. Ragazzi, sto sudando, c'è un caldo. Ok, so Marti Stan. Marti, Stan con 2 N o con una N il tuo nickname su YouTube? Just waiting for her to reply so that I can fully write the correct nickname. Okay, so it's double N. So this is her. I wrote it on Facebook. So that's her nickname. If you want to follow her, you're very welcome to. I hope you do because she's really good. And as I said, on Twitch and YouTube. And again, if you want to follow her on YouTube, you may find her already writing in the comments. So just click on her face or name, of course, and be directed to her channels. Yay. Okay. I hope I was... Thank you. I'm trying to keep it simple. Okay, so as I was explaining before, I try to keep it simple because some people that follow me on Facebook might not be into very dramatic makeup looks that we like, especially on Twitch or Instagram. So, you know, cut creases, colorful rhinestones as you did today, or like my mom, for example, doesn't like when I do my makeup and I kind of get up to here. She's like, what's that wing that goes on your temple? So I decided to do more like wearable friendly and beginner friendly on Facebook, and be creative on Twitch and Instagram, and probably on YouTube I'll try to do whatever I want. So that's why I'm testing these different things for different targets, of course, on different audios, because the people who follow me on the different channels are not the same. La zia sono io, dice Claudia. Alrighty, so as I was saying, perché dici che non riesci a seguire. Alrighty. Okay, so what I was saying is skin that looks like skin. So my foundation tonight, hopefully Martina ci provo. So skin that looks like skin. So my foundation tonight, I was gonna mix 2 foundations. So these are high-end foundations that I have and that I really like, especially Claudia. Su YouTube Martina ti saluta e ti dice: Claudia, a bella. Non ho capito il termine, Claudia. Anyway, in the meantime, mi spieghi. So as I was saying, I'm going to use 2 foundations. I'm going to mix them. And Martina Claudia ti saluta con un botto proprio. Ha scritto ciao e poi ha fatto un botto. L'emoticon di un botto. Tipo fuoco d'artificio, un botto. Ma no, figurati Claudia, non sei imbranata con il make-up. Semplicemente non hai... non ti sei abbastanza esercitata, è solo questione di esercitazione. Claudia tra l'altro ha già dato un esame, so my cousin Claudia today did an exam, and hopefully we're hoping that it went well. Okay, what was I saying? Skin that looks like skin, and I'm gonna use this high-end foundation, which I like, but the problem is that it's actually too orange. No, Natalia, sei la benvenuta, puoi parlare quanto vuoi. È quello il bello della live. Le domande, il parlare di tutto, poi le persone parlano tra di loro. Io un po' mi distraggo, però vabbè, devo cercare di essere più... ma mi piace, e questo è il bello. Se no, qual è il bello della live? Proprio la vostra interazione tra di voi e con me. So I'm saying it, I'm going to say it in English. The purpose of the lives is to talk with me and between yourself, because that's the lovely part of lives. Otherwise, you know, you would just watch a YouTube video and, you know, you don't need to interact with a YouTube video. You just write a comment and then you have a post interaction. While here it's just live, so it's going, it's fast forward. You already have an interaction and you have an answer straight away off the bat. So this is Dior Backstage, which is kind of a dupe as the same of MAC Face and Body, which is largely used in makeup artistry. And I actually bought it because I wanted to try it. I'm a fan of Dior, I have to say, and I really wanted this, and I really was dying for it, and I bought it. And the thing is that I actually bought a dark shade. What I mean is that it's actually a little bit orangish, too orange for my actual complexion. But you know, at that time it looked pretty much well, like, you know, the store lightings and everything. It was like, oh, this is perfect. Then I came home and I put it on and I was like, oh, I'm orange, so I need to light it down. Now, this other foundation, I'm not a fan of it at all. I think it's the worst foundation, at least for me, ever. Like, and it's difficult for me to talk about it like this. But the thing is that it costs a lot of money. So it's like, you know, you're over there and I cannot throw it away because it costs a lot. So I need to use it somehow. And the thing is, I found a solution. Since they are both liquidy and they're both good for combination skin, mature skin, and, well, they don't separate, I decided to mix them together. Okay, let me correct something. I said they're both good for mature skin. No way. Don't use it. At least for me, it's a no. You might be able to use it. Some people may say, no, it's lovely. I actually know how to use it. Well, tell me how to use this because I'm not able to. What I mean is this works very well with mature skin and with my skin combination, and also, you know, fine lines or expression lines like the smile lines we have over here. This one, okay, this is Marc Jacobs foundation. This is the one I don't like. It moves all over the place. It doesn't stay on the face. Plus, it gets into every single wrinkle line of my face. Totally a no. No, no, no. And everybody was like, oh, you know, Marc Jacobs. I love Marc Jacobs. This was my worst experience. I'm sorry. That's it. That's my honest opinion. And, you know, I've tried it. I've tried it a lot. It still moves. So the thing is, this is actually lighter. So this is darker. So combo, I should get the shade, my perfect shade. And they're going to work. So let me mix them both. And actually, by the way, there is also one of my favorite followers. Yeah, un'altra live di me. Ah, Martina Moreno, c'è Alberto! È lì su YouTube con voi. Albi! Ogni tanto spunta. So, Natalia, poverina, si sentirà spaesata. Allora, Natalia, anche lei abita qui nel Middle East con me. Non ci siamo ancora mai conosciute. We haven't met with Natalia yet. She lives as well in the Middle East with me. And we should meet one time. But we do chat nearly every day on a WhatsApp group. So it's kind of like we know each other. And at the same time, Martina and Moreno, I've met them on Twitch during my live stream, and they're streamers as well. By the way, Moreno suona la chitarra ed è bravissimo, fa parte anche di una band. And you can look for them as False Memories here on YouTube. Do look for him because anche lui al bacio. And Albi, just to give a context, con Albi ci conosciamo di persona. Albi was my ex-colleague while I was working in Switzerland, and è il mio ex-collega, che io gli facevo un po' da zia, perché Albi piccolino, in confronto a me, cioè, oddio, he's younger, Alberto is younger than concerning age, but not in height. In height mi supera largamente. Alrighty, let's mix the two. So, sembra il piccolo chimico. Okay, so see, this is the Dior Backstage. Se non me lo butto addosso, Dior Backstage. And now I'm gonna go with the Marc Jacobs foundation, which is pretty much high coverage compared to the Dior. But you know, it's always buildable. Things are always buildable. It depends on how much you apply them and with what you apply them, if you can mix them between them or if you can mix them with a cream. So this is what I did. Now I'm going to mix them together. And if I need, I'm going to mix more. I don't know if I should use a sponge to do this or my usual brush. I might try, let's try with a sponge. So this is a Korean sponge. I'm pretty much a Albi dalla sortezza, sono alto 1,98. Albi, ma sei davvero così alto? Sto pensando, ma... Alrighty, okay. Oh my gosh, è vero, eri alto. Sei troppo alto. So, as I said, this is from Etude House. It's a Korean brush. Sì, hai detto giusto, Martina. So Martina is saying they're talking about Alberto's height. He's 1.98 centimeters. Oh gosh. Okay, so this is a Korean foundation brush sponge. It's kind of different than our usual sponges. Like, we're used to these type of sponges, and this is actually like a powder puff, but it's not powder. It's not a puff, but it's kind of spongy. Yeah. And it acts very well. I really like these sponges, by the way, and you buy them as, it's actually, you find them, I keep on saying actually, I don't know why, it's just probably habit by now. And you usually find them in cushion foundations, which are largely used in Asia, like Korea, South Korea, China, Japan, that side. And I really like them. Plus, what else can I say? You can buy these ones singularly. I bought this on Etude House when there was a shop here in Riyadh, but unfortunately now they closed it. So I will just need to buy a new one. I like how, can you see? A new one when I need it online. Okay, so let's... Sì, esatto, Martina, tipo quello della Cushion Foundation, perfetto. Fantastico come Fra esce sempre dal contento del make-up per spiegare il casino che faccio io. Devo spiegare, no? Okay, so I'm applying it all over my face. And as I said, since my nose gets oily during the day, I'm going to apply what is left on the cushion last. Scusate. Sì, Marco gioca in sottofondo, so Marco is playing on the background and you can listen him probably swearing while he's playing Call of Duty. Ci ho provato in tutti i modi a farlo fuori, ragazzi, non ha funzionato, perdonatemi. Quello che gliel'ho detto. Guarda che non streamo su Twitch. Non dire parolacce che mi bannano.
Sto dicendo parolacce.
Ma sentito? Dice, non sto dicendo parolacce. Okay. So probably need to apply a little more. Però non ti bannano per le parolacce. Ho sentito tanta gente. Some time ago, I was watching a drag queen makeup, and he was swearing a lot. He was swearing a lot, and actually it said in the rules like it's allowed to swear, but of course respect each other. Alright? Quindi, cioè, potete dire le parolacce, ma rispettatevi. Mi è piaciuta, sta usando delle formuline per trovare delle soluzioni. Claudia risponde, non ti bannano, sentissi gli youtuber italiani. C'ha ragione anche lei. Mi è stato riferito che alcuni proprio ne dicono tante. E io verrò ricordata come la youtuber che in sottofondo c'ha le parolacce. Sentita. Alrighty. So, I'm trying to get all the foundation worked and into my skin, hopefully. Actually, I didn't need more than what I already used, which I'm happy with. Now, I'm going to apply concealer. Okay, let's go with concealer. Thank you, Spongy. Concealer. No, usiamo questo. Alright, let me grab something that I can use as concealer. I could actually use a few. Yeah, let's use this. So I'm gonna grab my Dior concealer. Cioè, cosa vuol dire? Se nomini YouTube sei già bannato? Cioè, sei messo in secondo piano? Cioè, solo il fatto che ho nominato YouTube mi sono messa in secondo. Bene, non mi conoscerà mai nessuno su queste piattaforme. Andiamo bene. Già come una delle prime youtuber italiane all'epoca andò male. Oh gosh. So I'm using Dior Forever Skin Corrector, just because it has this little bit orange, scusate, orange tone to it, so that I can actually cover my my blue dark under eye. Ah, come canale Twitch limitano le tue possibilità di views perché nomini YouTube. Ma questo su Twitch, non su YouTube. Viva la concorrenza, dice Claudia. Allora, so let's better blend. So I just applied 2 dots. And another thing, if what you can do, Ah, vabbè, ok, però queste sono le regole di Twitch, quindi c'è possibilità che su YouTube qualcuno in più mi veda. So, what I'm doing is I just applied a little dot, two dots on my under eye here in the inner corner in order to take out the blue of my, not take out, let's say to cover, to erase, to, ooh, I'm missing the word. Anyway, let's say to erase. Scusa, cosa c'entra? Veramente? So to cover my blue under eye, to erase the blue tone. And this concealer has, as I said, an orange undertone. So I'm using a Real Techniques brush. This is the setting brush that I always talk about because I love it. Ah, another thing, if your concealer is too liquidy, just leave it a couple of minutes or some seconds at least for it to dry a little bit in order then to better work it and have a better coverage, especially if it's too liquidy. Now, the thing I'm doing is I'm kind of, let's say, blending and smoothing my outer eye over here, my outer corner of the eye, like here and here, so that I don't have any harsh lines. Hopefully you can see now. Let me see, am I actually showing it to you? Okay. And as I said before, I didn't bring my concealer up to my bottom lashes. I'm just leaving this part over here natural. Sì, infatti l'avevo detto che sarebbe piaciuto a mia madre questo trucco. Sì, tendenzialmente, allora, dipende praticamente dagli ombretti, nel senso, se tranquilla Natalia, allora, dipende dall'ombretto, nel senso, se è un ombretto che probabilmente avrà molto fallout, quindi se cadrà significa che può caderti, mentre tu lo applichi sull'occhio, può caderti della polvere dell'ombretto sulla guancia, quindi fallout. Se ha tanto fallout, perché alcuni ombretti tendono ad avere tanto fallout, allora ne vale la pena fare prima gli occhi e poi mettere il viso. Mettere il viso, tradotto proprio letteralmente dall'inglese. Mentre se usi dei colori che sai che non avranno tanto fallout, si sente subito comunque, solitamente poi se utilizzi sempre le stesse palette o comunque conoscerai le tue palette, se non è una paletta nuova che hai già utilizzato, degli ombretti che già conosci, sai bene o male se ti cadono sulle guance o meno, se creano polvere. Esatto, bravissima, quelle di Anastasia creano un sacco di polvere, almeno a me ne creano tantissime, quindi preferisco fare questa cosa. Oppure un'altra cosa ancora, se utilizzerai degli ombretti sul nude o comunque con dei marroni non tanto scuri o comunque colori comunque chiari, allora tendenzialmente si può fare che prima si mette la base, il viso e poi dopo fai gli occhi, perché tanto il fallout sarà minimo o comunque non si vedrà perché comunque sarà tendente al nude. Quindi dipende proprio cosa usi e quali sono i colori, ecco. Poi dipende appunto. Bello, Moreno, le mie palette non hanno mai fallout, anche perché non ne ho. Oh, madò. Non dubitavo, Moreno, chissà perché. Ma poi scusami, nella band in cui fai parte tu non vi truccate almeno col nero? No? Cioè, un po' di... Ma tu lo sai la band di Moreno qual è?
Me l'hai detto?
E me l'hai visti?
No, mi ha fatto vedere tu.
Il loro look da
Senti,
metallare, cioè... no, vabbè, un po' ci sta come concept. Martina compresa, l'ho pensato anch'io Martina. Come concept, no? Ora io ho detto metallaro, ma non sai bene che lo so bene che non è il tuo genere. E lui fa un attimo. Infatti immaginavo, un minimo di trucco ci vuole. Cavoli, quanto mi piacerebbe. Mi piacerebbe truccare nello spettacolo e così via. Più che altro, allora, nello spettacolo in sé no, nel senso che in TV fanno tanto trucco nude, neutro, e allora lì magari, sai, non c'è tanto da sbizzarrirsi, però concept per video, concept per moda editorial, allora lì sì c'è che da sbizzarrirsi. Super sexy. Ci credo, ci credo. Alrighty, let's keep on going just a second. Voi continuate a parlare, non vi preoccupate.
Così non ce la fate a credere.
Alrighty, so while I wait for my makeup to, so I'm not gonna set straight away my makeup. I'm gonna let it crease because I want it to, you know, to move around to dry and see how it performs before setting it. I'm going to do my under eye, and I'm gonna use a pencil brush, and okay, so to be precise, I'm just going to use a pencil brush, the famous pencil brush that I showed in the beginning. No, sto anche controllando, è un po' diverso. So, allora, no, okay. I actually didn't apply any foundation on my neck, but if it's too different, like your face looks too different compared to your neck, you want to take it down and feather it on your neck as well. So usually I don't do it because it kind of pretty much matches my neck, but sometimes you might want to do it. So I'm just going to do it with what is left on the blah sponge. Okay, the famous pencil brush that I showed you. Hello, ciao. Allora, so the famous pencil brush that I showed you at the beginning, we're going to use this, and we're going to use, again, the two shades that I'm mixing. The two shades that we mixed in the outer corner of the eye. So this kind of burgundy brown, and this dark brown. This and this. Again, this is the Morphe who joined the Morphe 39A palette. Alrighty. So again, ciao, buonanotte. Marco saluta, buonanotte. Yes. So I'm applying the shade only under my bottom lashes, keeping it as much as possible near the lashes. Ti salutano. And the same on the other eye. I'm not being dramatic, I'm not going too low, I'm not going to blend any other colors. Ditemelo se mi abbasso troppo, che magari non mi si vede perché mi dimentico. Anche se devo zoomare o se devo farvi vedere meglio qualche cosa, siete benvenuti a richiedere. Ok. Gliel'ho detto Claudia, gliel'ho raccontato. Alrighty. Thank you for the feedback, Martina. Alrighty. What else? Just let me... It's not creasing. I thought it was gonna crease. Now. Looks pretty good. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to wait some more time, and I'm going to use... I was thinking of using actually a cream, but I don't have it with me, so we're going to just use a contour shade. Okay, so as contour, I'm going to use this palette over here. This is from Charlotte Tilbury, and what I like about this palette is that it's very natural. The shades perform very nicely on the skin. They look so natural that you can see it, but it doesn't look like overly pigmented. Plus you can work with it. I mean, by working, it means that you can layer it and increase the intensity, and that's why I really like it. It looks very natural. Now, another alternative which you could use as well, I'm not very happy about it, but just to show you, I mean, sometimes I do use it, and these ones over here, this is a brand which I don't like anymore, so I try not to show it to you guys. I think you can pretty much understand which brand it is by looking at the packaging if you're familiar with makeup. But it changed name recently. It's not anymore owned by the girl that I don't like anymore. But anyway, I'm still not buying it anymore, and I just crossed it off my makeup list. But as you can see, you can find different shades, and this one is like kind of performs. It's still pigmented compared to this one, so you might want to be light-handed, but still it works pretty much well. And the price is different, of course. Then there are also other good brands. Now I'm thinking about NYX. I usually use their foundation as my contour. I like using, if I need a cream contour, I use another foundation, and I use the NYX Glow, what's the name? It's Glow Something foundation, and it's really nice. Oh wait, I saw that my mirror might die in a few seconds, so let me just plug it in. Okay. Yes, it should be okay. Vedi? Dupe Identical Same Quality, quindi Wycon. Perfetto. Benissimo, Martina ha capito subito. So, a dupe of this palette in Italy is Wycon. Same palette, same shades, so you must check it out. Martina says it performs really well. So, yeah. I don't know if NYX has something similar. I'm trying, but I need to scratch myself. Oh! Sai Marti, non ho mai provato la Wycon, non sono mai riuscita a provare niente. Eppure, ad esempio, c'è un altro truccatore che io seguo italiano, e lui utilizza, se non sbaglio, della Wycon, penso che utilizzi le matite e anche dei rossetti, se non erro, e performano molto bene. Non pensavo. Vedi anche Natalia. Allora, ready. So this is Peaches and Cream. Speriamo che riesca a tornare. Alrighty, so I'm going to use this Peaches and Cream brush. Peaches and Cream. I like the name. Peaches and Cream. Oh, if I have a brand, I'm going to call it Peaches and Cream. Carino come nome. And this is the PC. It's called PC for Peaches and Cream, of course, 15. Okay, now I did not set my face, but I'm going to use powder anyway. And I'll show you how. So it's just because I don't want to create an extra layer. Plus, even though I'm going to use setting powder, I'm not going to use it on the cheeks anyway, so I usually use setting powder a little bit on my forehead, on my nose, and on under my eyes, because Claudia, because those are the places where I know that my concealer might crease, or the places where I can get oily. Alrighty, so here we are with the contouring shade. So I'm gonna just apply a little bit of contour here in the halo. You say halo of the cheek, anyway, under my cheekbone, just here. So I'm gonna keep it natural today. We're not gonna go overly dramatic, because we want the cheeks to have this kind of effect, so that our cheekbones actually come forward. We want like a prominent cheekbone structure, basically. And the thing is, I forgot to mention it. So I said I didn't set my face. So what you want to do is basically applying it by patting. So like you would do with powder when you set it, by patting it, you're not moving the foundation, you're applying the product and you're setting it at the same time. Or you can actually also a little bit feather it otherwise. Usually patting motions work pretty much well. Now, Martina usa Nabla, se non sbaglio, lei ha delle cose della Nabla. Io vorrei tanto provarla. Anche lì, il truccatore che seguo italiano, io non ne seguo tanti, ma ne seguo uno che mi piace particolarmente, e lui la utilizza, devo dire. Spesso consiglia alcuni prodotti, tra cui il foundation e anche i concealer. Io vorrei tanto provarla. Tra l'altro seguiva all'epoca anche Mr. Daniel Makeup, che è il creatore creativo della Nabla. È bello avere qualcun altro che si occupa di make-up con te mentre stai streamando, perché se tu non hai una conoscenza, subentra l'altro e viceversa. Mi piace un sacco questa cosa. Ah, correttori in me non ti piacciono. Io intanto con un occhio leggo. E nel mentre mi trucco. Alrighty, so we kind of, okay, don't worry about being like, if you need to, you can always correct, as I tell you, you can always use your concealer brush as an eraser. And I'm going to use a little bit also on the angles of my forehead, so the edges more than the angles. Sai che non so se è quello il fondotinta a cui si riferiva quel truccatore? Potrebbe essere. Devo guardarci. Alrighty. So, why I apply my contour over here? Because by darkening this part of the temple, I'm lifting up my face. I'm trying to create this lift, especially if you're over 30 like me. You want to lift the face. You want to give this type of angle and slope, let's say, to the face, because you want it to look like, oh yeah, I'm not aging. It's just a matter. It's just the way I look. And with what is left on the brush, I'm just sweeping it up here. But remember that I have a fringe, so I can avoid this part because it's going to be covered. But usually the same rule applies. If you can fit 4 fingers on your forehead, you might want to darken just this part over here. If you fit 3 fingers, you might want to darken a little bit more. No, sorry. You might want to darken again just the tiny part, just the upper part. If you just fit 2 fingers, you don't want to do anything, because you have a pretty much already narrow forehead. So I'm reading all the comments on Nabla Cosmetics, and I know I have to buy something. For sure. Alrighty. Okay, so now what you want to do is, I'm going to apply a blush. And as blush, now the thing is that as usual, non mi porto mai un blush dietro. I never bring a blush with me. Okay, so as blush, we are going to use an eyeshadow. Oh my god, wait. Before I kill everything here. Alrighty. Okay, so as blush, I said I'm going to use an eyeshadow, and my favorite eyeshadows to use as blushes. Sì, vai Martina, vai. Esprimiti. So Martina is on YouTube, and she's going to tell us her favorite palettes from Nabla, doing a chart. Like a top, let's say top 10, top 5, whatsoever, but you got me, a chart. Alrighty. So let me just show you the palette, Tranquilla, senza impegno, Martì. Okay, so what I like to use as blush is my P. Louise palette, the Secret Sinner palette, which is this one over here. It has a lovely packaging, by the way. It's so thick, but it's really nice. And I love how they also do like can you see the packaging? It's really pretty though. It's thick, it's hard, and tranquilla Natalia, lo capisco benissimo, assolutamente. Buonanotte, grazie per essere stata qui con noi, mi ha fatto super piacere averti, spero di vederti prossimamente e magari chi lo sa anche di persona, speriamo. Un bacione. So these are the shades that these are the shades in the palette, which I really like. And we're going to use probably, I think that my favorite one is S&M, which is this pink over here. This one over here. So we're going to go for that. And to be just to better blend the shades together, what I'm going to use is the same brush. Now, as you saw, usually when I want to be dramatic, I tend to bring my contour towards under my cheek and actually do the tick. Today, I just left it like the measurement is before the upper angle of your brow. So I didn't go past the upper angle of my brow. So you have to imagine that there is a line, as I showed you just now. That's the thing. Now, using the same brush in order to better blend the two shades, I'm getting S&M from the palette. And bene, Marti, sono pronta. And we're going to apply it on the apples of the cheeks. Now, some people like to smile when they do this, but the problem is that if you have if you are over 30, are you not so young? If you smile, like your cheeks would go up, but then once you turn up. Oddio che ho fatto, mi sono colorata di marrone. Once you turn serious again, what happens is that basically your cheeks just fall down. So if while you were smiling you kind of apply the blush and then it goes down, you're actually bringing down your face because it's not the placement that you applied while you were smiling. Hope it kind of makes sense. So we have at the same time I'm back, baby. Alrighty, Alberto. Martina is making her her chart. So, from Nabla. E voi quante palette che hanno fatto da allora? So we have first place Secret Palette, then Soul Blooming, Cutie Coral, Cutie Metropolitan, Platinum Super Top, Wild Berry, Dreamy 2, Side by Side, which is a good palette. It's a good nude palette, but it doesn't have that, how can I say in English, that plus that sprint, that, oh, I don't have a term for it, that the plus. Then we have Poison Garden, Dreamy, she doesn't like it, and Cutie Nude, nothing in particular. Then we have Sparkle to It. Cavoli, ne hanno fatte tante. Okay, so I'm just again applying this shade, S&M, the apples of my cheeks, and into the contour, or at least, you know, on top of it. Non mi fido delle tue scommesse, Albi, ogni volta ci provi. Sono vecchia, ma la mia memoria non mi inganna. Devo farmi una foto, Marti, di quello che hai scritto. Così guardo anch'io le palette della Nabla. Alrighty. Let me now just set a little bit. I didn't crease a lot, I have to say. Set a little bit my under eye. And I'm going to use, as usual, I do have other loose setting powders, but I like to use the Charlotte Tilbury. Furba. Mi piace questa cosa. So, Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Airbrush Flawless Finish. That's one of my favorite setting powders. I do have, as I said, some, I have other loose powders, but sometimes I just go for this because I saw that it kind of gives you this blurring effect, which I really like. And this is one of my favorites. I'm using a sponge just to apply it. I think it's kind of one of my recent, I usually use a brush to apply it, but recently I discovered that actually a sponge helps me better get into the skin when I apply powder. So that's why I'm using a sponge. Sembro scema. Che non riesco a dire sponge, blush, brush. Scioglilingua. Okay, so around the mouth, around the corners of the nose, under eye, and a little bit on the forehead. As I said, these are the places where I tend to get shiny, and that's why sì, mi puoi truccare, quando ci vediamo si può fare. Oddio, chissà che cavolo ne esce, mi fa arrivare l'eyeliner fino a qua sopra. Però mi piacerebbe. Marco non si presta, però anche tu ti devi far toccare Albi, Facciamo un trucco drag? Io gliel'ho proposto in tutti i modi a Marco, facciamo un drag. Io ho anche proposto il trucco uomo, senza cose frivole, insomma, come ci trucchiamo noi, più femminili, insomma. Proprio trucco uomo normale. Devo dire SpongeBob. Alrighty, so to keep it natural, I'm going to do my eyebrows, and I'm going to use MAC Mystery eyeshadow shade, which actually pretty much matches my eyebrows. And I'm just gonna fill them in. No, vabbè, ti adoro, Albi, ti adoro. Sei un grande. Io dico sempre a lui, dice, ti trucco io? No, non è possibile. Sei un grande, Albi, ci sto. Truccami anche da SpongeBob, va bene. Se ti fai truccare mi sta bene tutto. Tu mi conosci poco. Cioè, ci sto, come mi trucchi e trucchi io esco, non c'è problema. Però poi ci facciamo una foto sui social. Mi ricordo che per un carnevale, no, che era carnevale? No, per un Halloween siamo andate dalla parrucchiera, io e la mia migliore amica. E la parrucchiera era una nostra amica, è una nostra amica. E ragazzi, mi ha cotonato i capelli, cioè io non ho pochi capelli, capite? Cioè avevo dei capelli più o meno così come adesso, questo tipo di lunghezza. Me li ha cotonati, significa che mi ha fatto i capelli, cioè tutti in aria, così, erano una massa di capelli così, tutti cotonati, quindi stavano su così, con un sacco di lacca, così, e poi siamo dovute uscire, eravamo tutte e tre, io, la mia migliore amica e sua sorella, con questi capelli così, guarda, sembrava che avessimo un cespuglio in testa, no? Per indicarvi la grandezza. Siamo andati al supermercato perché di fronte allo studio lì della parrucchiera c'è il supermercato. Siamo andati al supermercato che era la Coop. Siamo andati alla Coop, siamo andati lì così alla cassa. Oh, non abbiamo mica beccato il nostro professore, uno dei nostri professori dell'università. Adesso non mi ricordo che materia insegnasse, ma era il nostro professore, che lui tra l'altro era della Svizzera interna. Si gira, io lo guardo, scoppio a ridere. Lui qua. Hi, professor. How are you? Oh, good, thank you. Vai, professor. Da morire, da ridere, ci volevamo sotterrare, da morire. In giro con sti capelli, con sti cespugli, non trovavamo manco in macchina. Ragazzi, da morire. Assolutamente, Marti. No, io mi sono divertita, non c'era problema, ce lo aspettavamo, però sai cosa dici? Sai, quella volta che esci dici, ora sicuro incontro qualcuno che conosco, il professore. Quello se la rideva anche lui alla fine, giustamente, ma che vuoi fare? Era carnevale, no, era Halloween, scusate. Che ridere. Sì, Albi è particolare. Lui c'ha la sua, come si può dire? No, io no, no, di qua, di là. Che poi in realtà si presterebbe, secondo me, devo solo insistere un po' meglio, o metterlo con... Oggi si fa, devo essere io quella che prende in mano la decisione, senza dargli possibilità di scelta. Però sì, non mi faccio problemi, eh. Ma che davvero ti disse così? Ma lo picchio. Perché mi aveva preso in giro. Non facciamolo passare per qualcosa che non è, Albi. Noi lo conosciamo, ma gli altri no, penseranno male, poverino, che non è vero. Ragazzi, sto sudando 7 camicie, ci credete? Alrighty. Dai che abbiamo quasi finito. Specifica la parola troll, perché per me in inglese il troll sembra il cosetto pupazzetto piccolino con i capelli così. Ma magari in linguaggio informatico il troll è un'altra cosa. O game player o player è un'altra cosa. Specifica, please. Ti piace, Cla? Bene, sono contenta. Sta piacendo. È un mostro della fantasia, in realtà non esiste. Immagino cosa ha letto Martina. Allora, Alberto, giusto per spiegare a Claudia, dice, beh, sappiamo tutti che Marco è un troll. E allora gli ho chiesto di spiegare, il risultato è un mostro della fantasia, proprio un trollone. Martina, avevo letto un'altra parola. Ah, il personaggio di fantasia, Claudia. Ah, che penso che gli sia arrivata, mi sia arrivata tardi la risposta. Noi parliamo sempre di queste cose quando lui se ne va via, no? Quindi secondo me... Lui non se le riguarda le mie live. Un giorno scoprirà, qualcuno glielo dirà, dice guarda che quando tu te ne vai... Brava, Clara, come un ciglione. Guarda, qualcuno gli dirà, guarda che durante le live Francesca ti prende in giro. Vabbè, va, mi vendico. Lui durante le sue, o quando gioca a COD con i suoi amici, dice che lo schivizzo. Martina dice, quando te ne vai, Marco, ti danno del trollone. Ok, quindi... Ma gli si vuole bene a Marco, se scherza, tanto lui è compaesano mio, lo sa, mica è un moralista. No, lo sa, è uno che sta allo scherzo, assolutamente. È il primo che scherza, poi ci mancherebbe. Allora, let's get on. Ciglia, ciglia. Avevo il pacchettino delle Eyelure. So, as fake lashes... Ah, eccolo, è a terra. I wanted to do something natural. I have never used these ones. They're actually new. So I need to cut them because they never fit me. I mean, lashes in general. They're always a little bit bigger than my actual eye size. So I need to cut them a little bit. So these are lengthening number 155 from Eyelure. These ones over here, let me just show you. So this is how hopefully they look. Speriamo che si veda. È così. Hopefully. Alrighty. Let's try. Let me just... Okay, so let me try the lashes and see if they actually... Let's see. Ooh. Oh, wow. Should I cut them? They don't seem to... They don't... I don't know if I need to cut them. They look pretty much good. Non sembra, proviamo. Va bene, non ti preoccupare. Possiamo metterlo il mascara, Albi? Albi mi dice che per il trucco drag ciglia finte non ne vuole. Allora, dicevo, proviamo a metterle così, perché sembrerebbe... No, però io poi so. Sembrerebbe che siano la misura giusta. Sembrerebbe. Alrighty. Queste hanno la colla già. So I already have the glue in the... This glue takes a bit to dry. So in the meantime, we will do the lips. Let me just apply the glue and then do the lips. Sì, sì, tranquillo, non ti uccido, fidati. No, non sono magnetiche, Claudia, sono sempre a colla. Allora, ce le ho le ciglia magnetiche, in realtà, un paio le ho comprate. So, these are not magnetics. These are with the glue, as you can see. I do have magnetic lashes, but I need to try them not online, not while I'm live, because they're... how can I say, they're not that easy to use, so you need to exercise with them. Allora, ce li ho, ma una volta ho provato a metterle in live e a momenti mi sono ciecata, quindi ho deciso di provarle fuori. Un giorno che sono un attimo in tranquillità mi ci devo mettere e provare a metterle senza fretta e senza pressione delle live. Vai Albi, spara. Dimmi. Ah no, tranquilla, Cla. A me appare lo stesso il commento. Per una volta riesci a fare un trucco come da Joker, però fatto bene. Casomai ti mando uno come ho fatto anno fa. Sì, va bene, volentieri. Volentierissimo. Anche perché a Carnevale ho truccato anche le mie amiche da tipo ghepardo, robe del genere. Più che volentieri, non c'è problema. Cioè, ormai mi stai usando come truccatrice personale, Albi? Ah! Alrighty, so I did apply a little bit of glue. They have a very thin band, so I don't know how well they will stick. They're so thin that I should probably use more glue than usual. But, you know, vai. Sì, ora me lo manderai su WhatsApp che non ho neanche vicino. Insomma, dopo lo prendo. Alright, let me in the meantime do my lips, and for lips I'm gonna use again a nude shade. Possiamo usare questo, vogliamo. Ci piace? Ci piace? No, non ci piace perché ci serve qualcosa di più rosa. Questo. Probabilmente questo sì. Allora, aspetta un secondo che lo prendo. Ah, me lo ricordo, l'ho già visto io questo trucco. E però qua c'è un po' di... Come l'hai fatto? Con la carta o... Con la carta o col silicone? Il silicone per il viso, ovviamente, il SFX. Just to show you what... Aspetta, non si vede niente. What Alberto is talking about. He wants me to do this look like Joker. Carta. Sì, si può fare. Si può fare. Ok, so I'm going to use this from Fenty Beauty. Se non si sono asciugate le ciglia. And the shade is Spanked. Yeah, Spanked. So this is a matte shade. And I'm going to apply it on my lips. with patting motions because I don't want to apply too much. È carino, è fatto bene. Chi te l'aveva fatto? E va bene, anch'io sono professionista dell'SFX, eh. Però ci possiamo lavorare sopra. Now, what I want to do is, I'm going to mix, yeah, this shade over here, which is more cold toned and more pinkish. And I'm going to apply it on top. This is Pillow Talk by Charlotte Tilbury. Yes, I said it correct. I didn't line my lips because I just want to keep them simple. Now let's see if the lashes are not too dry. And let's try to glue them. No, ho aspettato troppo e non è servito a niente. Non vanno bene. Let me wait. So let me wait this time. Otherwise, they're gonna get... They quickly dry because the band is so thin that it doesn't have space. Oh! Mi era volato il ciglione. Le ciglia mi erano volate. Ah! Me and my noises. Alrighty. Let's see. Let's try. Let's leave it like this and do the other one, and in the meantime it's gonna dry. Hopefully. Tranquillo, tanto dopo queste io comunque ho finito, quindi ti sei sopito quasi tutta la live, Alberto. Thank you so much for joining. Grazie mille per essere stato qui con noi, Alberto. È sempre un piacere vederti virtualmente, parlare con te e averti qui sulla live con me. Un bacione, Albi. Buonanotte. Vai a dormire presto invece di far sempre tardi. Perché poi mi ci manda. Vedi che pulpito mi potrebbe dire. Oh, low power mode here on my iPhone. Alrighty, so we're nearly done. Ce la sto facendo. Finite queste. Bello della zia. Quando mi vede stuck. Oh, mi si è svegliato il gatto. belle, si possono usare. This is my first time actually using these ones, the lengthening ones from Eyelure. I bought them on discount. Like in Italy, they would be, I think, €5. Let me just push them. Yeah. Alrighty. Okay, so I think I can call it a night. I think I'm done. Ho tutto. So let's la prova del 9. Alrighty, so no, non ce la si può fare. Non ce la si può fare mai con la mia frangetta che non collabora. Grazie Marti. So, I hope you enjoyed this makeup look and that you found it easy to do, to replicate, and hopefully. Okay, so thank you so much for joining. I hope you liked this makeup look and that you find it easy to replicate and to recreate. Yeah, what else to say? I hope to see you all soon and that you'll be joining my other lives. So tomorrow is Tuesday, and if everything is as it's supposed to be, hopefully, I will be live on Twitch. Now, I still don't know what type of makeup I'm gonna do. I'll decide that probably tomorrow morning or something. Or maybe I'll just, I don't know. Maybe I already decided and I forgot. I need to look at my agenda. Anyway, I hope you liked it. Good night. See you tomorrow, inshallah, as they say here. And se Dio vuole. I hope to see you soon. In case, I'll see you in the next days. You will always find me live somewhere on some ways. Make sure to follow me on YouTube or any channel. You name it, you have it. I'm always Frankiefrancy or Frankiefrancy, as you want to say it. And usually I update my Instagram more than all the other channels. So in case, you'll just look at my stories and you'll know where to find me live. Ciao! Ci vediamo ragazzi! Grazie come sempre, siete adorabilissimi, vi amo. Cuoricini a tutti, ciao ciao!